Who reviled Jesus? Who detested him? Do you know this man Jesus that you speak of? The neighbors therefore, and they which before had seen him, that he was blind, said, Is not this he that sat and begged? Some said, This is him. Others said, He is like him. But he said, I am he. Therefore said they unto him, How were your eyes opened? He answered and said, A man that is called Jesus made clay, and anointed my eyes, and said unto me, Go to the pool of Siloam, and wash. And I went and washed, and I received sight. Then said they unto him, Where is he? He said, I know not. They brought to the Pharisees him that afore was blind. And it was the Sabbath day when Jesus made the clay and opened his eyes. Then again the Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. He said unto them, He put clay upon my eyes, and I washed, and do see. Therefore said some of the Pharisees, This man is not of God, because he does not keep the Sabbath day. Others said, How can a man that is a sinner do miracles? And there was a division among them. They say unto the blind man again, What say thou of him that he opened your eyes? He said, He is a prophet. But the Jews did not believe concerning him that he had been blind and received his sight, until they called the parents of him that had received his sight. And they asked them, saying, Is this your son, who you say was born blind? How then does he now see? His parents answered them and said, We know that this is our son, that he was born blind, but we do not know how he sees now, or who opened his eyes. We know not. He is of age. Ask him. He shall speak for himself. These words spake his parents, because they feared the Jews. For the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Christ, he should be put out of the synagogue. Therefore said his parents, He is of age. Ask him. Then again called they the man that was blind, and said unto him, Give God the praise. We know that this man is a sinner. He answered and said, Whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see. Then said they to him again, What did he to thee? How opened he your eyes? He answered them, I have told you already, and you did not hear. You would hear it again. Will you also be his disciples? And they reviled him, and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples. We know that God spake unto Moses. As for this fellow, we know not from whence he is. The man answered and said unto them, Why, herein is a marvelous thing, that you know not from whence he is, yet he has opened my eyes. Now we know that God hears not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God, and does his will, him he hears. Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind? If this man were not of God, he could do nothing. He answered and said unto him, Thou wast altogether born in sins, and dost thou teach us? And they cast him out. Jesus heard that they had cast him out, and he had found him. He said unto him, Do you believe on the Son of God? He answered and said, Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Jesus said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talks with you. He said, Lord, I believe, and worshipped him. And Jesus said, For judgment I am come into this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be made blind. And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words, and said unto him, Are we blind also? And Jesus said unto them, If you were blind, you would have no sin. But now you say, We see. Therefore your sin remains. Jesus said unto us, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes unto the Father but by me. But all men try to enter in some other way. What does that mean? That there is truth in life, and that the truth is the substance of all life. Everything comes from a single point, a primal point in creation, and everything from that was born of truth. And Pilate asked Jesus, said, you are a king, are you not? He says, you say that I am a king. To this end was I born. For this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth hears my voice. You see, there are so many perceptions to reality. There is the idea that perception is reality. You see, truth always leads to the same source, to the same primal point in life. And that is where we should come. That is where we should unite and rest. That is the Word of God that's in us. That is truth. There's only one truth. You see, there's many perceptions to reality. There's many faces in this world. There's many spirits. But we all come from one. We are all born of the same. You see, it's like you take life and you put it in rewind, all of creation, and it always comes back to the same point. Because it's the truth. You can't create anything else. If you did, it would still be from the same source, the same creation.